Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Cosmic Cassie. This is going to be your daily vibe check, all right? So let's go ahead and see what's going on for today. Because this is really general, I don't advise that you take the message if it's not resonating up to like 80%. I am a psychic medium, intuitive channeler, so we do a few different kinds of messages here, but I always pull tarot more for you guys than for me. Just so that you can see the visuals and actually get the validation for the energy that I pick up. But we're going to make this a very general message. It's going to be kind of short. I'm running a little bit behind, but I wanted to make sure I popped on and did this for you guys really quick. Today we are using the Journey Tarot. So this is a really fun tarot deck. It's got lots of different imageries, and so each time that you look at the deck, you can definitely interpret it in different ways, which I love because I'll get an energy. I'll get multiple different energies for a single card, depending on what the actual message is or when I'm picking it up. So usually I can match my energy with the card, and it's always relevant. Sorry if you guys hear any background noise there. There's construction going on in my backyard, so can't do too much about that right now. Okay, let's go ahead and dive in. First, we're going to identify who would resonate with this message, and then we'll see what the message is, and then end with some advice, okay? So the person that's going to resonate with this message today, and I don't read reversals, guys. There's only a specific tarot decks that I'll read reversals for. This is not one of those decks, okay? Pull it down here so you guys can actually see what's going on here. So we have the King of Pentacles, the Judgment, and the Four of Wands. So if you're going to resonate with this reading, you are someone that's pretty stable, you're pretty work focused. Typically, if you're going through stress, anxiety, any kind of turmoil, challenges, obstacles, things like that in your life, typically you focus and channel that energy into work, rather than, being unproductive or picking up addictive behaviors. But work can be addictive depending on who you are and how you feel about that. But you're someone who's very stable, very grounded, and it's actually gotten you a lot of success by kind of channeling any of those difficult energies, channeling them into your job, into your work, into what you do. You very well could own your own business, or at least have a side job here, making money on the side outside of your 9-to-5, something like that. But very ambitious, very motivated to be, secure and stable when it comes to your finances, when it comes to your home life. You're not someone who likes a lot of short-term connections that are kind of all over the place. You're I'm going to invest for the long term. So you probably have been single a lot of your life, or you've been in the same relationship a lot of your life here. Okay. A part of this is also saying that you're someone that's having a challenge. And right now, the current challenge is something to do with being in a relationship, whether it's to continue to stay in that relationship and offer more, the next level of commitment here, or if it's to actually offer someone a relationship. And with the sun falling out right here, it's letting me know, because then we have the Knight of Pentacles after the Four of Wands. So it's I want to invest, I want to do this. This is where I see my happiness. This is where I think that I could be happy. So you're trying to, either you're stuck in a situation, you're dealing with a situation here where you really see something you want to invest in for the long term. You're seeing something that I want to do this. I want to be a part of this. I want this in my future here. And it definitely involves another person. It immediately gave me those vibes, those energies, but it feels like you had a really hard time maybe choosing who you wanted to invest in. And if it wasn't choosing who, it's deciding if that's the person you really want. Okay, but clearly you came out the other end knowing who it is, and knowing I want a commitment with this person. This is my happiness. I want to slowly build and create something. So what's the challenge here? What is the challenge here for the viewer? What's going on? What's the challenge here? We have Seven of Pentacles. Again, that's all about investment. Investing and not getting a return. Taking a really long time to invest. Being very patient. We have the Wheel of Fortune, the Five of Swords, the Justice. Ooh, there's definitely... I feel like what's happening here is... Let's get all the cards. What's happening here, it feels a lot of energy around if I invest, is it actually going to be a good investment? If I if I pursue this person, if I have a relationship with this person for the long term, is it actually going to go where I want it to go? Because you're at a point where it's like, I'm ready to share bank accounts. I'm ready to live in the same house. I'm ready to, you know, start getting some assets between us, you know, actually putting things in our name, building a future, building a foundation, building a life with someone else, which means pulling everything together as a single rather than having two different things. It's like, let's pull our resources together. Let's pull everything together and have one single resource that we're both building and creating here. But there's a fear here. There's a fear of, okay, well, what if I invest? What if I do all these things? What if I combine our finances and I come together with this person and then it doesn't work out? And then it's like, I'm actually walking away with less, or I'm walking away somehow burnt out of the situation. I have to rebuild. You know, I put all this time, this energy, this effort into someone, and then it goes nowhere. And I'm the one SOL because I'm the one investing more of it. You might have more money than this person. You might be more stable, more financially stable and secure than this person that you're wanting to be with. And that's part of the reason why there's a fear here for it. We have the Chariot, Nine of Pentacles, and Tower. Yeah, it's like you're afraid that this person's gonna like just dip out and be like, you know what, I actually want to be single. Bye. It's like you're afraid that this person might be a little impulsive when it comes to deciding things like that. So this could be someone that has had a lot of like night energy in the past, where they're in, they're out, they're in, they're out. Like they don't plant their feet firmly. From what you've seen in your perspective, you're like, I don't know that this person has staying power. I don't know if this person is actually going to plant their feet permanently. If I invest everything into them, I don't know that they're actually going to stay and they're going to build with me, because this person seems a little flighty. With the Chariot right before the Nine of Pentacles, it's almost like for you, it's like, man, they make decisions really fast and they just go for it. You know, they don't wait, they don't talk, they don't work through any. It's just like, one day I wake up, I want to be single, and so I break up and I go be single. It's that kind of energy here. And then the tower comes crashing down. You know, everything that you had together comes crashing down. And then when you come back together, you have to rebuild it. And it's like the way you're looking at this person is like, man, they just do things so fast, so quick. And a lot of it has to do around them being independent, them being their own entity, being single, not relying on anyone. You know, it's like this person's very good with being alone, with not being with someone, with not investing in someone or building with someone. And they make a quick decision a lot about like wanting to do things alone, wanting to do things by themselves. And that can create a lot of tower moments between the two of you, because you're like, well, I'm someone who wants to invest long term. And this person is like, well, I'm someone who wants to invest in myself. And it's like, okay, well, we start investing with each other, and then all of a sudden they branch off and they're doing their own thing, and it's like tower, everything falls apart. And then we have the Three of Wands, Six of Cups. And so this is someone that you are going to have to, it feels like there's a distance here. I have to either like move to you, I have to travel to you, I have to drive to where you're at in order to have this reunion, in order to come together. And that's, I think, a part of it as well. Especially if they live far from you, then it's an understanding of like, I'm putting more on the line because I have to actually move towards this person and uproot my life to be with this person who I'm seeing as someone that's kind of flighty. Even though I want to be with them and they're my happiness, this is a flighty person. They quickly do things and they like to be by themselves, and it causes a lot of tower moments. So it's like, is it worth it to uproot everything I know, everything I've built, everything I've worked for, and to go towards them, to move closer towards them, just to have this reunion, because I don't know that it's actually going to pay out. I feel like I'm the one that's going to come out of this, and I'm going to be, you know, I'm going to get burnt out of the situation. It's like there's a fear here of getting burnt. Okay? How does this person feel about our viewer? How does this other person feel about the viewer? Because there's always two sides to every story. We have Knight of Cups, so you are someone that they see as like someone they would like to invest emotion in, but I think that they're feeling emotionally that you're flighty. You feel like they're flighty when it comes to being stable, grounded in one place, like really investing into one single place, taking the time to build. And they feel like you're flighty with your emotions. One day you love me, one day you don't. One day you're showering me, you're love bombing me, you're giving me all the kisses and hugs and affirmations that I could ask for, and then the next day you're cold, you're distant, you're detached, okay? It's like that's how they're viewing you. How else does this viewer see, or how else does this person see the viewer? The Moon, they feel like you're really mysterious, you're secretive, you have a lot of secrets, you hold a lot of things back. And I feel what they're seeing is like this emotional hot and cold. And so to them, it's like, okay, you're emotionally hot and cold because you're hiding stuff, because you have secrets, because you're not being honest, you're not being forthcoming, you're not being truthful. Hanged Man, you always want to wait, you want to plan, you want to do things your way, you take too slow, you're going too slow, which is funny because you see them in this Chariot energy and they're seeing you in the Hanged Man energy. So it's like you feel like they move too fast and they feel like you move too slow. It's like, man, you're dragging your feet, you're emotionally hot and cold, you're in, you're out, you have secrets, you're not telling the truth, you're not that you're lying, but you're not forthcoming with everything. You hide a lot of your emotions, a lot of your thoughts, your inner world. They don't feel like you really express that or give that to them. And I can already see why there's a conflict here, like why this is difficult to come together, because it's almost like you're polar opposites, but in a really nice way if you learn to work together, because one of you likes to go very slow. Let me be strategic, methodical, and I feel like that's more you. It's let me be strategic, methodical, let me take my time step by step. And this other person's like, no, we know what we're doing, we know where we're going, let's get there, let's go, let's do it. Why pause, why delay, why wait? You can't plan everything. Let's go, let's live life, let's keep moving forward. You guys are kind of on the opposite ends here, okay? How does this viewer feel? Or how does this person feel about the viewer? How do they feel about the viewer? What are their emotions towards the viewer? What are their emotions towards this viewer? We have Six of Pentacles. They do want a balanced, equal give and take. And then we have the Strength that really literally popped out here. It's like they really want to be able to have equal give and take. They want to balance you guys out. They want to have a beautiful, like, equal, shared, fulfilling dynamic between you two. And even with the Strength card, that's another card of like having that balance of, you know, I'm courageous and I'm strong, but I'm also compassionate and I'm soft. It's like they really are trying to find and they really want a beautiful dynamic between you two. I think they realize that you guys are opposite, and so they see that more as like, I want to use that to our advantage. I want to leverage that, right? Where I think you see it more as this is an issue. This is like stopping us from coming together because this is a problem. And they're seeing it like, no, this is like a great thing. This is awesome. And so even with that, you guys are kind of on opposite ends here, but they're seeing the differences as something beautiful, as a dynamic that can be balanced. And they feel like they could balance with you. They feel like they could be the hot to your cold, and you could be the cold to their hot. It's like they feel this could be really strong. This could work really well. I'm not going to take all of, well, okay, maybe I will. Balance, again, Two of Pentacles, Ten of Cups. They see you as their happiness, their fulfillment. They think that you guys could be really stable together. You could have a firm, solid foundation here. This person's currently in the mode of calling in a successful relationship. Whether that's focused on you or not, I'm not too sure. But they're definitely in a mode of like, I want to call in success. I want to be victorious at things. And so this situation might have drained them to a point where all they want to focus on is things that are going to be successful for them. I no longer want to indulge. I no longer want to invest in things that I feel like are going to fail, that I feel like are going to, you know, take me backwards instead of forwards. They recognize that you're their Ten of Cups. They recognize they want to be balanced with you. They want to be equal give and take with you. They want to have this beautiful dynamic relationship, and they feel like it could be extremely emotionally fulfilling for both of you, not just them. But at the same time, they're kind of like, I want to call in things that are going to make me happy, though, things that are going to actually work out and be successful, because the Six of Wands is all about that knight that has fought through the war and they're finally coming home victoriously. And it feels like this has been that war, you know, between you guys trying to figure things out. It's like, okay, I have fought through the war. Now I just want to focus on being victorious. I just want to focus on having, you know, good things come to me. Nothing that I have to work for, nothing I have to fight for. I shouldn't have to fight and battle all the time. And they're in an energy of like, I'm not battling, I'm not fighting, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm now just calling in the success, the victory, because I've already done the fighting. I've already gone to war, okay? Let's see what the advice is here. Sorry if I'm talking a little fast, guys. Like I said, we're a little short on time, but I definitely wanted to give you guys this message. So whoever needs it will eventually find it and see it and hopefully appreciate. If it is resonating for you guys and you are enjoying this, please make sure you are liking and subscribing. It's easy to forget or not think that it's important to like, but that is the only way that I get my channel. It's like money for YouTube, okay? I don't, mean that literally, but it's like that's how, you can show your appreciation is by giving a like, okay? What's the advice for the viewer here? What's the advice? I already kind of feel like what it's going to be. I feel like there's going to be a judgment call here, and the advice is going to be choose what makes you happy, go after what makes you feel good. I'm feeling it, but we'll see with the cards, okay? Oh, thought I would get through this reading without dropping one. I'm so bad at dropping cards all over the place. Six of Cups is all about reuniting, but Six of Cups can also be a card of following your dreams, of doing that thing you've always wanted to do, okay? Listening to your heart here, okay? What does your heart desire? But it is also a reunion card, coming back together in a happy way here. And then we have Nine of Cups. That's pure wish fulfillment. Again, it goes in line with the follow your dreams. What is your heart desiring, and follow that. And then Nine of Cups is my personal fulfillment. Am I making myself happy? Am I doing things that make me feel good, that make me feel stable, emotionally stable, and happy? Because regardless of what happens when I chase my desire, when I pursue what my heart wants, regardless of what happens, I should still be in that Nine of Cups where I can still make me happy, okay? And then we have Temperance. It requires a lot of healing here, a lot of time, a lot of patience. But I feel like this is something that is like divine. The divine is somehow putting their toe into this, where it's like, let me orchestrate the right time for this to happen. If you choose it, then let me make sure that we're creating the right setting, the right timing, where you're both ready to receive this. If you do pursue it, that way that door is very much open and ready for you if you do go into it, okay? But it's asking you to have faith, trust that you're not going to know where it's going to go. You're not going to know. And I feel like, again, that's where that fear kind of comes up in that challenge of like, I don't know if I'm going to be left out in the cold. I don't know if this person is going to just decide to be single after 5 years of being together and building 5 years worth of a future. I don't know. And it's like, that's an anxiety. That's a fear for you. And it's saying you can't fear that because you never know what's going to happen. This person could, disappear tomorrow, and that thwarts the whole plan. Or you could disappear tomorrow. Maybe it's you that ends up leaving it. It's like you never know what the future is going to be. You never know how it's going to play out. So to be fearful, to be anxious because of thoughts that you have about what will happen, you don't know what's going to happen. So these are just pointless kind of fears and anxieties here. You never know how it's going to play out. But that's the importance of, let me at least make sure emotionally I'm stable. Emotionally, I know how to make me happy, how to make me feel secure and good. That way I'm not totally relying on this relationship and this person to get those feelings. I can do that for myself regardless of how this turns out. And then the Knight of Cups is like, yeah, man, like if you want to offer something, then offer it, but don't, I feel like the thing is here though, don't retract the offer, because I feel like you both have this in and out energy. Theirs might be more apparent because they will actually be in and out, but for them, they felt you were the Knight of Cups here. And so it's almost like you may offer emotion and then you retract it and then you stop giving it. And so that's why this person feels like you're emotionally flighty. So I feel like with this, it's like if you choose to walk into the unknown, if you choose to pursue this, then you need to be sure that you're doing that. Otherwise, you're going to show up in that Knight of Cups energy. And I don't think this person's going to respond well to that. I don't think they feel secure enough to invest in this if you're showing up in a Knight of Cups energy. And so it's almost like you guys are causing each other to react in these ways, but you're doing it yourselves at the same time. It's like they're doing things that are triggering you to react this way. You're doing things that are triggering them to react this way. It's very like we're bouncing off each other. We're mirroring each other pretty heavily here, okay? Last piece of advice. King of Pentacles. Baby, stay doing you, but the King of Pentacles is also it's a relationship energy, okay? It's a pre-emperor energy. It's I'm stable, I'm successful, but it's also like a husband energy, okay? The Queen of Pentacles would be wife, but we're not going off genders. But you could very well be in this like independent, I'm focusing on me. I want to get stable. And it's saying, don't sacrifice that. You know, make sure that you're still staying in that energy, even if you pursue this. But we do have 1, 2, 3, 4 out of the 5, really all the cards except the moon here indicate relationship, indicate coming together, things being successfully healed, balanced, coming together, being together, okay? All the cards except the moon are showing that. The moon is just, it means it's hidden. You can't see it. It's not obvious. You don't know what's on the other side. But all of these indicate like a relationship energy here of being successful. The Knight of Cups I'm a little weary about. I feel like that Knight of Cups really throws the mix off here of someone not being grounded and stable and firm in their emotions the same way they are with their money and their actual stability here. And so it's like you guys are opposite. This person might be very grounded in their emotion, but not so much with their surroundings. Like they're more flighty when it comes to physically being together, but they know how they feel. And you're more flighty when it comes to your emotions, even though you're offering a stable physical connection, right? It's like, again, hot and cold. You guys are opposite, but the same at the same time. Page of Pentacles, invest where you want to, okay? Once you plant that seed, invest in it, nurture it, love it, but there will be success because we have that King of Pentacles. So it's almost like you're starting with that page, let me invest into this, let me actually nurture what's here, and then we're going to go into King of Pentacle energy where it's like it's successfully being invested in, okay? All right, guys, that is all the messages that I have for you for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, please make sure you're hitting that like button because it really does help the channel. Subscribe if you feel like you want more messages. I've been laying off on the collective all signs readings because I've really been getting a lot more messages for individuals, like not collective signs. And so I've been trying to do more messages when it comes to like general, pick a card, things like that, because I feel like it's no longer focused on the zodiac sign here. It's no longer focused on, well, you're a Cancer, so only watch a Cancer reading. I feel like the messages are more specific to people, groups of people rather than actual collective. So anyways, though, I try to do like a monthly, a daily, and then, you know, do like a weekly update on money. Where's the money at? Where's your love at? Things like that. So if you want to see those videos, then go ahead and subscribe. Otherwise, I'll see you guys later. Thanks. Bye.